Every driver knows when you see red and blue flashing lights on a patrol car, you slow down, you pull over, or you get out of the way. But in Hillsborough County, you'll see deputies with their lights on, but not flashing. So what should you do in that case? Well, according to the sheriff's office, nothing. Just keep driving.
And new tonight, our I-Team reporter Kylie McGivern investigates whether that's created its own problem.
2 of the 3 arteries were lost. Yesterday was 5 weeks, 7 surgeries.
Charles Knight doesn't know the road ahead of him.
The surgeons here did an amazing job trying to save my leg, and I'm hoping I get to keep it. But there's a lot of metal in this leg.
But when he looks back to April 29th, he can see how fractions of a second altered the course of his life.
So me and my girlfriend at the time, fiance now, were at CVS picking up some things, and we were heading back home.
Heading home on his Harley.
When I noticed Hillsborough County Sheriff's Deputy up ahead staging a left-hand turn. I had seen that he had, those red and blue lights on.
But the lights weren't flashing. They're called cruise lights, and Hillsborough County deputies are now instructed to have them on while patrolling.
Since I've been down here, I haven't seen any other agency use them, and they create confusion. The car that was to my right had started slowing down, but I knew it was safe to travel through because lights weren't flashing.
Knight is familiar with cruise lights from his background working in law enforcement in Colorado.
As he was making that left-hand turn, he completely blocked my lane. I tried to get around him, but there just wasn't enough time. I didn't have enough space, and he still ended up hitting me. When I came to, I had already had a tourniquet around my leg, and several more deputies had arrived on scene. And I remember hearing her screaming, and my leg's in pieces. Then we just kept shouting back and forth to each other that we love each other, and that's really all we could do. If I didn't move the way I did, I'm sure we both wouldn't have made it.
Florida Highway Patrol investigated. In the crash report, the trooper noted HCSO's red and blue cruise lights were activated. The crash report states a driver to Knight's right came to a stop and yielded to the patrol vehicle as he believed he was supposed to do. The report states the different actions between Knight on his motorcycle and the other driver in response to the use of cruise lights highlight the ambiguous nature of their use and the confusion created by them among the motoring public.
I fully suspect that if the other driver had not slowed down, that this accident would not have occurred.
So what did the sheriff's office do to educate drivers? You'd have to follow their social media accounts, which is the only place they posted the information. We wanted more information for this story, but the sheriff's office wouldn't do an interview, wouldn't answer questions, and pointed us back to their social media, saying the videos speak for themselves.
Have you ever slammed on your brakes just because you saw the patrol vehicle lights on? Let's talk about the difference between patrol lights and cruise lights.
HCSO posted this one 2 days after Knight's crash.
If you see these, you don't need to stop. Just keep driving safely. Now that you know this, share this with a friend so they can know what to do when they see the lights.
You are conditioned to react and respond to those lights.
Dr. David Thomas, a retired police officer and forensic studies professor at Florida Gulf Coast University, says this big of a change demands more communication with the public.
I know you got well over 1 million or so people in Hillsborough County. How many of those 1 million people are tied to Hillsborough County's social media? So it's short-sighted to and if we're making that deviation, then we owe it to the public and all the surrounding jurisdictions to understand that we're making this distinction and why we're doing it.
HCSO would not talk with us, so we put in a public records request. Our I-Team obtained documents showing the results of a 6-month trial period the sheriff's office conducted starting in December 2019. An internal memo states law enforcement agencies across the country have started illuminating cruise lights. Research has shown the cruise lights draw the attention of drivers and pedestrians, serving both as a welcomed sign that help is nearby and as a warning to would-be perpetrators that law enforcement is present. There were some drops in crime noted during the trial period, but a key finding stated This study was not able to conclusively support the argument that cruise lights deter crime. The study demonstrated a possible deterrent effect. As Knight focuses on his recovery,
Trying to stay positive as best I can.
he says he still worries about the consequences of confusion.
It still creates a danger to people traveling on the road.
With photojournalist Randy Wright,
Love you.
I'm I-Team reporter Kylie McGivern taking action for you.
And this story all started with a tip from you, our viewers. Here at ABC Action News, we are dedicated to getting our viewers answers on the issues that matter to you. Scan the QR code. It's at the bottom of your screen. If you have something that you'd like the I-Team to investigate, we are here, ready to listen, and our investigative journalists are always looking to hold local leaders accountable.